Hello everyone, this is Lais from Be Happy Now, and today I would like to talk about the energy forecast for November. And the topic for this month is Reclaim Back Your Power. So this month I want you all to ask, where's the drama in my life? Is it like, are you part of any groups where there's drama going on, or is it at work or at home? Is it drama you create in your own head by having all fears and anxieties and things you don't have to have? So I want you to meditate on it, or write a list, journal it down. What are the factors in my life or the people that are costing me so much energy? And just write it all down or meditate on it, because you will see that it will be adding up. And then the next question I want you to ask is, why do I allow this to happen? And it might sound like a stupid question, because sometimes we feel we are being dragged into situations even though we don't want to be. And then we have to deal with it. But I'm here to talk today about the fact that we all have a choice, and we don't have to be in these situations if we don't want to. Yes, we might be dragged into it and we feel like we have little power over it, or we have like little that we can do about it. But we all have a choice. We can all either be part of it or we don't have to. And if we don't have to, what can we do? We can step out of it and become the observer. So we can detach ourselves from that situation and become the observer and just observe what is going on without reacting to it. And I think it's human instinct that we always want to react. We want to protect someone, or we have our own truth that we want to share. And we get involved in this, battle of the egos, because we all think we are right. We all, have to voice our opinions, and we all think we have the right things to say. And then that's in the end, what doesn't bring anyone forward. So if you're part of any struggles, wherever, group or in work, just learn how to become the observer and step out of it, and stop reacting to judgments or stop judging other people yourself. Just come from your heart space. If you're centered in your heart, you will understand that people are always doing the best they can at any given moment. So even if someone is behaving like a total jerk, don't judge, because they're in a phase in their lives right now where maybe that's all they can give, and that's okay. At some point they might get out of it, or they might not, but it's our task not to judge, and also not to feel offended or get upset when people are judging us, because ultimately what's happening is it's a mirror. When people are judging us, really they're judging themselves or parts of themselves that they are not happy with. And if you see it from this way, you will not easily get offended anymore or react to other people's dramas or other people's judgments around you. And you can just accept that really it's not about you. It's about this other person that is struggling with some areas of her life that she doesn't know how to handle right now. So in November, I really want you to reflect on all these things. What is causing drama in your life? Who's involved? Or is it your own drama? Why are you allowing this? Because quite frankly, if you're feeling tired all the time, if there's a lot of, drama or gossip or judgments going on around in your life, you have the choice to not be part of it. So reflect on these questions, and then allow yourself to detach and to become the observer, and just keep journaling about it, your experiences and what it feels like to just be the observer without having to step into that situation and take views on it, or have to share your opinions all the time. Of course, if someone is being bullied around you, I'm not asking you to step back and just watch. And in those cases, of course, we have to help clear the situation and make sure that this bullying stops. But then again, you have to talk to that person who's being bullied, because that person also has a lesson to learn, which is claim back your power and learn how to defend yourself and how to get out of this situation in a healthy way. I know I've been bullied a lot as a child, and there was no one there helping me, and at that time I felt very helpless, but I also learned how to defend myself, and that's when I claimed back my power. So I was 12 years old when I learned this, and since then it never happened again. I haven't been bullied, or if I have, I really learned how to step up for myself and to make the right decisions and to not feel affected by it. So ultimately, we are all just here to learn lessons day by day, month by month, year by year, And however difficult this lesson might seem at the present moment, we can all rise above it by becoming the observer and really like this objective participant that understands why things are happening, and just observing it from a higher consciousness level, that everybody is just here learning lessons, trying the best that they can at any given moment. And if we stop judging others for their behavior, we also will attract the same back. People will stop judging us because it's all a mirror, it's all a reflection of how you behave. And it's really amazing once we step into this observing role, what's going on. And it's very empowering. So what I want you really to do this month is to empower yourself, to look into your life, see what's not working, and step out of it and just observe. And then what I also would like to talk about is how to step into your feminine energy, and that's equally important for men and for women, because obviously we all have feminine energy, we also have male energy, but in November it's really important to tap into that divine feminine energy. And that's because when you're in that energy, you allow yourself to receive. So you're not just giving until you're like an empty vessel, but you also allow others to give back to you, whether it's, advice or time or any form of help. If you feel like in November you need a bit more help, a bit more support, just go ask for it and don't feel bad about it. A next thing that is important in November is to go with the flow, and that's a feminine energy as well. So just go with the flow, and if there's any things in your life that are not working and where you're putting so much energy but it's taking so much effort to make things work and it's in the end it's not working, maybe it's a sign from the universe that you should focus on other things and let go of this project or whatever you're working on until maybe the times are better. So it's just really to step into that space and question and ask yourself what is working, what isn't working, where am I putting too much energy into it, but it's ultimately not working out, and to let go of that. And I know it's difficult because once we pour all our love, all our energy into something, we want to make it work. But there's always a right time to do things. So just trust that the right time will be coming, and it might not be now. And just learn how to let go and to know that at some other time, it might be better to restart. So just start flowing with the flow, and just visualize this river where you're flowing with the flow. Because I know so many people that are resisting and that are like swimming against the flow and are really struggling to make things work. So I want you in November really to let go of all these struggles and maybe to find other opportunities where your energy is better invested. And another important part also of this feminine energy is to allow yourself to be vulnerable. You don't have to be perfect all the time, you don't have to look great all the time, you don't have to know all the answers and know everything. It's okay to be vulnerable and to struggle, and it's okay to show that to other people, that you're not always Mr. or Mrs. Perfect, that you can lose it on one day or another, and that you are just human. Because I see so many people, they always, trying to make things right and be perfect, and every project has to be perfect, and their family life has to be perfect, and that costs so much energy, and just let go of that and be vulnerable. Show everyone that you also need help and ask for it. That's totally okay. And the last thing I would like to talk about is to follow your intuition. So again, intuition is a right brain thing. It's where the creativity is stored, your intuition. It's a feminine quality. Of course, men are also intuitive, but it's a feminine side of the brain that is responsible for the intuition. Because if we work with intuition, we feel guided and we act out of our intuition, and most of the times it's right. So just try and tap into that space where you really trust yourself and your own intuition and go for that. So there's a lot to think about in November, I know, but just take the time for it and maybe spend 1 or 2 days just journaling or meditating on all these things. And let me know how you get on with it. If you have any questions, you can just email or call me. I always like to receive feedback on my videos or comments or things you're going through. And I will always reply to any email or phone call. And yeah, I wish you all the best and strength in November to stop all that drama, whether it's in your work or in your own head. Just let go and become the observer and let me know how it goes. Bye!